All right, I got a question for everyone. You don't need to copy this down. Would you be able to factor this? That's my first question to everybody today. Can you factor x squared minus 2x minus 24? We've done this not only in this unit, but all year long. Okay? I'm hoping you guys see how many terms up here? 3 terms, and what's the number out in front? 1. So now in your mind, anyway, you're looking for what? 2 numbers that multiply to what? Negative 24, but add to? Okay, negative 2. Perfect. So you guys are getting x minus 6 and x plus 4. No issues. We're okay? Today, I'm going to throw a number out in front now. And I just want to make sure before I start today, you cannot do this method. Multiply to negative 24 and add to negative 2 if there's a number other than 1 out in front. I want to make that perfectly clear before we start today's lesson. All right? This little trick right here is only used for when there's the number 1 is out in front, not any other number. Yes, ma'am?
Can you divide the 3 by...
You could, but I don't like what's happening right here.
Yeah, but like if there wasn't like a 2.
Take out a GCF?
Yeah.
That's what I would expect you to do first, yes. Yeah. Here, probably not, though. Okay. Kyla, do you have a question?
Yeah. Would you be able to use the quadratic formula for like any of these?
No. Quadratic formula is only to solve for a variable. All I'm doing is factoring here.
Okay.
If I said, hey, equal to 0, then your answer is yes. But I'm not looking for, I don't care what x equals. I'm just looking for you to factor. That's it. I don't want to know what the value of x, because there is no value of x, because I don't know what it's equal to. Okay? Quadratic formula is for solving for a variable. Okay? All right, so that's good. You guys, we got that down. You guys want to help me multiply that? And I know this is crazy that I'm doing this at the beginning of class, but there's a method to my madness and why I'm doing it. You want to help me multiply this for me? 3x times 2x? 6x squared, yep. 3x times 1? Okay, hold on here. 6x squared plus 3x. Negative 2 times 2x. Minus 4x, and then finally negative 2 times 1. Minus 2, go ahead and combine your like terms. 6x squared minus x minus 2. Okay. Because here's what I'm going to start you out with this today. One job. I'm going to start you out with this today and ask you to factor it into that. So what I want to do with you is, do we see any common themes? All right. First, where's this 6x squared come from? It came from multiplying what? The first 2 spots. So let's get in the mindset right now when I ask you to factor today. Oh, whatever I put in the first 2 spots has to multiply to the first term. Good? And negative 2 times positive 1 gave me what? The last one. Okay? So whatever I put in the first 2 terms has to multiply to the first term. Whatever I put in the last 2 spots has to multiply to the last term. So let's get in that habit. You ready to go? We sure?
Yes.
All right. I don't want to lose any of you, so please open your mouth and ask questions today. Here we go. 3x squared plus 4x plus 1. I know, hey, it says factor by grouping. You might as well just cross that out. I'm not doing that method here. Okay, I have my reasons why, too. All right, we're just going to do a method I call guess and check. I don't have a fancy way of putting it. I call it guess and check. How many terms are up there? 3. Is there any GCF? No, absolutely not. But what's the number out in front? 3. So you can't play to multiply to 1 and add to 4 game. Plus, I don't know how you're playing that anyway. Multiply to 1 and add to 4. All right, so I'm still going to have to set up my 2 parentheses right now. And here we go. I say guess and check because that's exactly what this is going to be. But we got some information in your mind right now that whatever you put in these first 2 spots, it's got to multiply to what? 3x squared. And guys, you don't have many choices. In fact, you have two choices, and that's it. What are the only two terms you can think of right now that are going to multiply to 3x squared? 3x and x. You don't have many choices. Now, does it have to go that way? No. You could flip-flop them, x and 3x. That's fine. Next up, the numbers you put in the last two spots have to multiply to what? 1. We just went over this. Right? Whatever numbers you put last here in the two parentheses has to multiply to that last term. 1. Got to be 1 and 1. You know what I'm saying, Emma? 1 and 1. Can't be much else. Now what you got to decide is, what's my signs? All right? Now, to determine the signs, I always do outers and inners. And I'm not talking belly buttons. All right? Outers and inners. So I got my outers, which gives me what here?
3x, sorry.
3x. And my inners give me what? But my middle term's got to be 4x. Can you somehow put signs in front of 3x and x so I will get a 4x in return? Hyla? You put positive and positive, right? That's how I'm going to get a 4x in the middle. So what do both my signs inside the parentheses have to be? There you go. You factored it.
I'm a little confused. How do you know that positive? Like where do you get that 3x from?
Okay, when I combine the two outer terms and the two inner terms, you should get the middle term in the problem, which is 4x. So when I multiply 3x and 1, I get 3x. When I multiply 1 and x, I get x. And I look at it, and I say, all right, 3x and x. How can I get a positive 4x from that? The only way I get a positive 4x is if both those signs are positive, which means to me both signs inside the parentheses have to be positive. I'm working backwards from what we did here. The first two terms here give you that one. The last two terms give you this one. And then when I do the outers and the inners, it gives you the middle term. That's how I knew they were both positive.
But 3x times 1 just gives you 3x.
Yep.
It won't give you 4x. You're saying if you add them together?
I got right. Well, how does 3x and x give you 4x? The only way it gives you 4x is if you add them together with positive signs out in front.
I thought you were talking about 3x and 1. Sorry.
No. I got a 3x on the outside and x in the middle, and I got to say to myself, what signs must I put in front to get positive 4x? And they both have to be positive. Other questions?
And so if they have to be positive, then the operation within the parentheses should also be positive?
Correct, yes. And you're going to see where we're going to have some opposite signs, and now I'm going to have to figure out what to put inside the parentheses. We'll get to that. Everyone all right? All right, that was a real easy one because there weren't many options. It was 3x and x and 1 and 1. We didn't have anywhere to go. Now what happens when I got a couple different choices? All right, take a look at number 2. What don't you like about 2? Hopefully you're like me.
Out of order.
Definitely out of order. Rearrange it before we start. 2x squared out in front, 7x in the middle, minus 4 at the end. All right? Any GCF? How many terms? 3. What's the number out in front? 2. Not 1. So here we go. A little guess and check time now. What you put out in front here, the first two spots, has to multiply to what? 2x squared. No guessing game there, right? I hope. I hope. What's got to be those two there? 2x and 1x. No guessing game. You guys at home okay there? Because here's where the game gets a little crazy now. The last two in each parenthesis. The last two have to multiply to what? Well, I'm just going to do 4. Has to multiply to 4. Ooh, boy. You guys got what? 1 and 4, and what's my other pair? 2 and 2. Both those would work. So here's where we go guess and check, trial and error. Emily, you want to pick a pair to start? I don't care. Which pair to multiply to 4 you want to check? 2 and 2 and 2? Okay, so Emily wants to put 2 and 2. Let's see if it works or not. This is where we do outers and inners and see what's my middle term I need to have. What's the middle term in the problem? 7x. So I got to see if I can get a 7x from Emily giving me 2 and 2. Ready? Outers. What do they multiply to? 4x. Inners. 2x. Anybody getting a 7x? You can put whatever signs you want in front of them. Anybody going to get a 7x eventually? No. No way you're getting 7x from 4x and 2x. Everyone at home see that. So what does that mean? I can't use 2 and 2. Because I need a 7x in the middle, and right now there's no way I'm getting a 7x from 4x and 2x. Agreed? Everyone agree? Why 2 and 2 don't work? All right, what's the other pairing I have now? 4 and 1. All right. Let's try 4 and 1 now. Four and 1. Ready? Here's the check part. Outers give me what? 2x. Inners give me. Can you get a 7x from 4x and 2x? 4x and 2x? Am I getting 7x? No. Does that mean this is not possible? No. What have I not tried yet? No. Flipping the 4 and the 1. Putting them in different spots. Why didn't I do that with the 2 and the 2? It's 2 and 2, right? Well, if I change them, I'm getting the same result. But I can change 4 and 1. And probably this is going to be the one I need. So switch the 4 and the 1. All right, ready? Outers now give me what? 8x. Inners give me. Ooh, can you get a 7x now? Okay, we can. Now watch, I'm going to slow it down now. What's the sign on the 8 have to be if I want a positive 7x? Plus. Okay. If 8x has to be plus, where's the plus sign have to be inside the parentheses, though? Look. Everybody look. Where must I put a plus sign to get a positive 8x out? With the 1 or with the 4? With the 4. That's what's going to give me positive 8x. And what's the x have to be? I got positive 8x. What's the x have to be to get to 7x? Negative. So if I want a negative x, where's the negative sign have to go? With the 1. 2x minus 1, x plus 4. Now, some of you guys are going to get good at this, and you don't have to write anything down. You're just going to go in your head and be like, all right, if I put the 4 and the 1 there, outers, inners, nope, not going to work. Flip them. And you guys are going to get to that. Some of you guys are going to get it to the point where you can do it in your head instead of writing it down and erasing. But if you can't, keep writing it down and erasing. All right? Anything we need to answer here? What's up?
Barely do simple addition. I'm not getting so often.
You never know, Kyle. You never know. All right, 3. GCF? Getting that habit. How many terms? 3. There's a 6 out in front. Oh, boy. All right. Can anybody put numbers that you know will not change? Like, I know it's going to be these 2 numbers here, and I don't need to worry about it. 5 and 1. Because the last 2 spots have to multiply to 5. So 5 and 1. Got to go here. All right, these first 2 spots have to multiply to 6x squared. All right, give me possibilities now. What are possibilities, Quincy? 2 and 3x. 2x, 3x. What's my other possibility? X and 6x. All right, let's do it. It's trial and error. Guess and check. Audrey, what do you want to start with? Okay, you got it. 2x, 3x. Ready, guys? Outers, what do you get? 2x. Inners? What's my middle term have to be? 13, right? Or negative 13. Can you guys get a negative 13 from 15 and 2? You think so? I think so. Everyone else agree? You guys okay with me here? What's the sign on the 2x have to be if I'm going to get negative 13x then? Positive. So what inside the parenthesis has to be positive for me to get positive 2x? The 5 or the 1? The 1. And what's the sign on the 15 have to be? Negative, which means the 5 has to be negative. Sometimes you hit the jackpot on the first try. Sometimes.
So lucky I'm here today.
Oh my God. Sometimes. This is why we don't like A-Day people, right, everyone? This is why we don't like A-Day people. Yes, Sean.
There's sometimes more than one way to do it.
Okay, I know what your one way is. Okay, and maybe some other people did this too. I'm going to show you why it's incorrect. Go ahead. What do you got?
3x minus 5, 2x minus 1.
-1?
Yeah.
Everything works except for the last part. -5 times -1 gives you +5, right? What do I need?
Negative.
So yes, there's only one way. Okay? That happened to us in my first period of class. Somebody guessed this first. And yes, it will give you -13 in the middle. It will. And it will give you 6x squared in the front, but it will not give you a -5. It'll give you a +5. So that's why that one won't work. Zach, you all right up here? You guys at home, how we doing? This is good math involved here. All right? This is not just step 1, do this, step 2, do this, step 3, do this. You are thinking mathematically without a doubt. 4, what's your issue with 4? Even before that.
Not a 4.
Even before that.
Not a 4.
There's a 3.
Was it X cubed?
The one that's going to end up being
A lot
X
of
squared is negative.
Even before GCF?
It's out of order.
Can we put them in order, please? Is that all right? Can we put them in order here? And yeah, nice work. There is a GCF. There's a decent GCF there too. 8, 60, 32. It's not 2. Something bigger than 2, kids. Have to break out my numbers for the first time today. What's my GCF? Ooh, Sabrina, did you find a bigger number than 2? 4. Yep. Now, I don't know how you guys feel. I always love whatever's in front being positive. It makes me very nervous when it's negative. So can I take out, instead of a 4, a -4?
Can you still do just 4 though?
You could. You're just going to have to watch your parentheses at the end, making sure one of those first ones is negative then. Okay? I always like it to be positive. I just don't want to take out a -4 though. There's more. Anna? Yeah, take out. They all have X's in them. Take it out. -4x. All right, what's left here, kids? 2x squared. Divide everything by your GCF. Divide. Minus 15x minus 8. How's that look? Looks pretty good. All right, inside. What's up, Quincy? You don't. I just get nervous about when you go here now, what you're going to put here and here. Because remember, one of them's got to be negative, one of them's going to be positive then, instead of both of them being positive. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. It's still correct. All right, everyone ready? What's got to go in those first two spots? Come on. 2 and x. 2x and 1x. Got it. All right, now we got some trial and error, right? Because we got the number 8 here. What are my possibilities? 4 and 2 and 8 and 1. And just let me, I'll ask the same question somebody asked me first period. Well, Mr. Carlino, and it sounded like that in my head. My ears were bleeding. What if we have hundreds of possibilities? No, you won't have hundreds of possibilities. 2 to 3 at the most you'll
But
have.
if there's hundreds of possibilities, wouldn't it be easier? What?
How?
If you had to try hundreds of possibilities,
Well, yeah, but like if they were correct.
but only one pairing is going to be correct.
Well, that person was saying, what if there are hundreds of possibilities and 99 of them are correct?
Okay, well then, yeah. Well, if there's like more, wouldn't there be more that are correct? Is that not possible?
You're only going to have 2 or 3 possibilities.
Okay. Well,
Okay. All right, so we got to dive into this, right? Dave, you want to choose one for the class?
4 and 2.
4 and 2. Here you go. 4, 2. Everyone ready? Outers give me 4x. Inners give me 4x. Am I going to get negative 15 from that anyway? Anyhow, negative 15? Nope. So before I ditch 4 and 2, I should probably try what before I ditch them? Switch them. All right? Before you ditch them, switch them. So I'll put the 2 over here now and the 4 over here. Ready? Outers. 8x. Inners. Anybody getting a 15 from that? Oh, and now I can ditch them. Looks like it's going to be 8 and 1 somehow. Ready? Outers. 16. Inners. Going to get a negative 15? Yep. What's the 16 have to be? Negative. So how do I make, where's the negative have to go then if I want negative 16x with the 1 or the 8? The 8. What's the sign on the x have to be? Positive. So that means the 1's got to be positive. And there it is. Up. I'm getting half a point off. Got to bring down the GCF. Yep. Whew, man. Boy. How's everyone doing? Got to think here, huh? Got to think a little bit. Wait till you see these now. Oh, boy. We're just going to drop the pens and just say, hey, we're done. Mic drop. All right. Here comes, uh-oh. What don't we like about 5? 2 variables. Oh, geez. I feel so bad. The rules don't change. Rules don't change just because it has 2 variables. What are you guys going to do first? GCF, yeah. GCF. There's 1 there, so take it out. I don't care how many variables it has. Take it out. What is the GCF? 5. Let's take it out. X squared minus AX minus 12A. All right, I just took a GCF out. No issues. Squared, sorry. Thank you. Everyone all right? Took a GCF out. We can all do that. You still don't like the 2 variables, right? Okay. How many terms are in there? 3 terms. What's the number out in front? 1, isn't it? The number in front of x squared is 1. 3 terms, number out in front is 1. I don't care that it has 2 variables. Guess what we're going to do? Well, yeah, I hope that we're going to factor. That's what this is all about. We can multiply to, what's the last term? negative 12, and add to, what's the middle term? Okay. But what do we do with the A's and X's? I'll show you. Don't worry. Worry about the numbers first. Does everyone see that? I have 3 terms where the leading number out in front is 1. So I can play this game I played with you 2 days ago. Multiply to C, add to B.
So it doesn't matter that there's an A squared now.
I'll worry about it later, Maeve. I'll worry about it. Right now, no. What's up?
If it's easier for us to like think about the guess and check method, we can do that too, right?
You could, yeah. Yep, that's fine. All right, so you know you're going to have x and x, right, to get x squared. What are your numbers that multiply to negative 12 and add to a negative 1? Negative 4 and positive 3. We all know that's incorrect. You guys know where to put the a's. Where do you think? Look at it. Look at it right now. I don't have to tell you. Where should I put the a so I get a 12a squared? And then I get a negative ax in the middle. Where's the only place I could possibly put these a's? With what? With 4 and 3. Okay. Because that's the only way when I multiply here, I'm going to get negative 12a squared. Is it with the a's or with the numbers? Any question? Anybody else? So it's okay if we have multiple variables. It's not a big deal. Our rules don't change. Look at 6 to end this class. Any GCF? How many terms? Okay. And what's the number out in front? All right, so don't panic because you see x and y. 3 terms, number out in front is 1. So you're thinking 2 numbers that multiply to what here? 36. But at the same time, we'll add to negative 12. The guess and check method is only really when there's a number other than 1 out in front. If there's a 1 out in front, you can multiply to this and add to this. What?
Right.
Wow. I feel disrespected. You find the numbers? 6 and 6. What are the signs? Oh, I should probably put that there. What are the signs? Negative, negative. But we also have to have y 36y squared at the end. So where do the y's have to go? After the 6's. Okay?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would we write it like
That kid wants to show off. That I wasn't going to say anything, but yes, if you want to be that kid to show off, x minus 6y all squared, go right ahead. Yep. Yep.
Gotta show up.
Everyone else all right? So you guys can start on the next page. You got 10 minutes here in class. Anybody have questions at home? So when the a value is not 1, we got to guess and check a little bit. All right? All right, you guys at home. Tomorrow we'll have a lot of practice, so let's get this assignment done for tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Be safe, be smart. See ya. Good day, everyone.
Now it's don't get sweaty in PE time. You don't understand.
Why did you
when
do
you
that?
watch the video for homework? The video, the Mr. Anderson video. You know what you're doing.
I understand.
She got it. She got it.
I could try to, but did I understand it?
Oh
quite
yeah.
well?
Oh yeah. My explanation skills are
That's
so.
great.
Good job, Kyla.
I also actually.
No, I struggle on that one. Like, cause when I always do it, I put it in a proportion. I do whatever over 100.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he doesn't do that, and it confuses me so much.
Okay.
We sent the email about support for something that camps can happen. We also sent, maybe you can go to that.
Okay.
Because I don't think every coach was on it.
Okay.
He said now the fitness center requirements are 35. And it did say, even though it seemed like they don't care, only one team can have it.
That is nice. Okay. Okay.
But that's.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out for Canada. Like, if you can have 35 people in the weight room, I should be able to have
Yeah.
40 or because my numbers are going up, so that's good. But I'm just trying to, I don't know when to cut it off. That's what I'm just trying to balance. I can at least have a say like that's why I did it. 35 people in the weight room. So I feel like
Yeah,
I almost
that
have.
came out at the same time as camps.
Okay. I don't think I'm all happy with this.
But that, you know,
Looks like all the people class today. Guys, have you ready for that top math? Like 2 plus 2 plus 5. There's actually an invisible X factor in there.
That's what it seemed like last year.
I hated that unit where it was like, these aren't real numbers. It's like,
Oh, I
then
know.
why am I using them? I understand variables, I understand all that shit. But why am I using numbers that aren't real? Alright. Oh my god, I'm gonna work on so many projects.
Me too. I hate your project. Just don't assign stuff.
I have one for have, let's see, I haven't started my, like, started it for econ. Towards econ. That's due on next Tuesday, right? Alright, that's fine. Understandable. I know what you think. No.
Maybe I haven't started filming that. It's fun at all.
I'm supposed to, I might leave my group for econ because of these basketball and Danny's leader.
Yeah, I heard that's rough.
And we're supposed to be up today. There's no way we're getting that done. I might just write a graduation speech and be like, this is my graduation speech.
I'm supposed to be doing mine in Valley, and I did my part on the first day, and it turned it in. And every day in this one has to do this. Oh, I just know it. I remember it, so I don't need to write it down.
I can't see her being a freaking 12 counselor. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That would not work out.
I like doing this.
Is that what she wants to do?
Yeah.
City council.
All right, let's get started. You guys are on day 6, all on the calculator, normal CDF. Round to the nearest tenth of a percent. If it just says approximate, nearest tenth of a percent. And this is it. This is your last assignment for me this year. All right, we got review tomorrow, review Monday, and then you got your final quiz on Tuesday. All right, I know it's a sad moment. Please get it done. Here we go.
I did it.
You're all set?
Yeah.
Just be careful here. I don't think that came out.
Is it 2? Oh. Maybe I didn't.
No, you probably did, but maybe
Or, yeah.
when you did it multiply, you just looked at it and thought it was 6.
I'll just okay.
Right.
Nope. I'll put the word.
Please let me know, guys, if you have any issues, because this is easy stuff. It's all on the calculator. The hardest part is what's the lower and what's the upper. And then just a warning, when you guys get to number 6, you're going to have to put stuff into a list to find your mean and your sample standard deviation. So if you forget where to find that on number 6, let me know. Here we go. See where it points there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just don't have a pencil. For some reason. But I remember that.
All right, thank you. Appreciate your help. Stop. Stop. Killing me, Small.
That's a good movie.
It is. It is.
I'm surprised you didn't show that kind of.
Not really. Is maybe motivational?
Is that
Maybe.
what you think?
I don't know. It's kind of borderline. I'm stretching it. If that movie's motivational.
I guess.
I guess overcome your fears, right?
I kind of forget. I know there's a
So you
sample.
can't even talk to me about it.
We watched it in 6th grade. At the end of the year.
So I talked to somebody who saw it 6 years ago. So
Yeah.
we can't have a productive conversation about this. But it is overcoming your fears.
Yeah, is it?
Because the new kid moved into town, didn't really have any
Right.
friends, found the Sandlot crew, and then everyone overcoming their fear of the beast.
The Beast, yeah. That was sick.
Yeah.
The
Mason,
second
here we
one
go.
was
So,
I could have came over to you, but thanks.
okay.
0.06. 0.6, I think.
About 6. I was.
60, we got 60, not 60, okay, yeah, that's right. Why did you get 84 then?
Okay.
I'm thinking because I got 100 minus that
Oh, and
longer than 561. So it would have been 561 as your
oh, I probably put it in for the other one.
for the upper, but
Yeah.
you your lower.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Cool. 61. Yeah.
Yep.
5, 71.
That's 7.1.
I probably just. Oh yeah, I just put that in wrong.
So go back to that question 3.
Got it.
Remember your 1E99, negative 1E99? What do you need, Will?
Number 4.
So you got a percentage, right? So you did 5.2 is your lower. Yep, 7.6. Okay. So now what that is that's your, as a decimal,
Yeah.
that's your percent, right? But I want to know, I don't want a
Oh.
percentage here. I want to know
86%
how
of
many
128.
of 128, correct. So basically, I just want to take that number,
Yeah.
don't turn it into a percent because you're going to have to put it back to a decimal anyway. Take that number, multiply it by your 128.
Okay. All right.
That's on the task. There you go.